This is a Kansas City team. They get Mahomes back. He can't play better. He threw for well over 400 yards in the game yesterday, and they lose. And it's 4 defeats right now in a conference where Baltimore looks really good. We'll get to them in a minute. The Patriots, of course, are the Patriots. Are the Chiefs in trouble?
Yes. And you can't tell me that they're not. Their quarterback threw for 446 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and you lost. I mean, hey, Pat, what else? Hey, Pat, can you score 50, please? Like, can you throw for 500 so we can win? Because he's had to carry the defense. Then yesterday he's got to try and carry the special teams. Greeny, their defense gives up 90 yards per game on the ground in the second halves. That's historically bad. That would be the worst defense, rush-wise, in the second half in the last 25 years in the NFL. So you can't just sit here and say, like, oh, well, we've got Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he was amazing yesterday. And you still lost. You scored 30 on the road against a really good defense, and you still lost. So we can't sit here and go like they'll outscore everybody because they got gutted yesterday by Tannehill.
Well, they did it last year. The only thing that sort of gives me some pause is they did it last year. The defense was historically bad a year ago.
And it wasn't good enough.
Well, I mean, they played them all the way to overtime in the AFC Championship game. You would sign for that right now. Is this defense so bad, Rex, that it will prevent that quarterback from going deep in the playoffs?
Yes. If you're 31st in the league, all right, Cincinnati's got to be the worst, right? They're 31st in the league at run defense. I'm sorry, you have to be able to stop the run, in the playoffs. And to me, this team, I mean, who's afraid of them? They play the Chargers, coming up.
Yeah.
Chargers got to be, they haven't run the ball on anybody. They got to be like, hey, I'm going to be able to run the ball on this team. So to me, it's every single week. And Pat Mahomes, this game was unreal. I don't think we understand it enough.
For 450 yards and
amazing
lost.
Game, he lose 400. He got to throw for 550 to win. But as I look at it this way, he's not even healthy yet. He's not all the way back. I saw times when he wasn't able to escape the pocket. Wait till he's healthy. They're going to do it, but it is a track meet. You don't win consistently in the playoffs if you can't play defense. There's no way.
Patrick Mahomes was ridiculously good yesterday, but he wasn't the best quarterback in the NFL. That was reserved yesterday for Lamar Jackson. So they ask him about the move, and he doesn't remember which play they're talking about.
So I've got the same issue.
Which must be difficult. It's a curse to be that gifted. What do we say here, Rex? The entire National Football League passed on this kid, and here we are.
Because the league is brilliant, man. They know how to evaluate quarterbacks. This kid should have won the Heisman 2 years in a row. Was he too big, too fast? He got too strong an arm? I don't know. Just dismiss the fact. Ozzie Newsome, I mean, you guys deserve all the credit in the world. And then what do? You build your offense around this guy. The most special player I've ever seen in college football. Oh, he's also the most special player I've ever seen in the NFL.
Now, listen, yesterday they're playing against the worst team in football. The Bengals are just terrible, and you couldn't look worse than they looked yesterday. But what we see from Lamar Jackson, we have to stop asking, is it sustainable? We have to start asking, how do you stop it?
It's indefensible. The Ravens' offense is indefensible. And you know me, I don't just say stuff just to say it. But if we have to look at it in literal terms, they have a scheme that they're the only one in the NFL that they run it that way. They have personnel that they're the only team in the NFL that has that personnel tight ends wise. And then they have a quarterback. They're the only team that has that quarterback. It's indefensible. The only thing that you can hope for is that you whoop them up front defensively. And I don't even know if that's enough anymore. And don't think for 1 second that Greg Roman, their offensive coordinator, did not use that Heisman package on purpose. I mean, think about the manpower that it takes to prepare for this offense before the triple option with the Heisman ever came into play. Now Greg Roman's putting it in a game where he knows I only have to sprinkle one play in, because now defensive coaches have to prepare for the scheme, personnel, and quarterback, but then now they have to prepare for this Heisman package. And I promise you, Greg Roman doesn't just have one play on this. He's got 2, 3, 4, 5 plays. And so now as a defensive coach, it takes so much time to prepare for this offense, and now you've added another wrinkle that has multiple wrinkles within it with that Heisman package. It's right. The Ravens are indefensible.
Man, they've beaten the Patriots and they've beaten Seattle. They've beaten good teams. In a quick word, and we'll come back to it, as one of the great defensive coaches of recent memory, give me one quick thing you're doing in a game plan if you're going up against him next week.
No, you've got to prepare to stop the option every play. That's how you have to defend this team. So,
but then he's
you
throwing
gotta
over the
change
top of that
map.
when he needs
but
to.
But that's it. I'd rather take my chances. I'm going to blitz this guy like you've never seen a guy get blitzed. And that's how I would approach it, and make you throw the ball deep over
But you
my head.
blitz everybody, though.
Absolutely. Dan, I would not have blitzed you. Because I like you, I would not have blitzed you.
Okay. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.